Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Slab for Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. I'm Nate, and I'm here with your sports card rundown. If you like this video, please click the like and the subscribe button. Helps us get these videos out to more card collectors like yourselves. All right, first up today, we are bringing back trivia. So it's been a while since we've done trivia, but new year, 2023, wanted to bring it back, get it back in the rotation. And so we are doing some trivia today. And here is the trivia question. So there were 38 cards last year that sold for $1 million or more dollars. 38 cards in the year 2022 that sold for $1 million or more. Of those 38 cards, of the players on those cards, on the 38 cards, there were 6 players that had multiple cards sell for over $1 million. Can you name those 6 players? And then a quick bonus question for you. Which player had the most $1 million plus cards sell in 2022? So can you name the 6 players that have multiple $1 million plus cards? And then can you name the player that had the most $1 million plus cards sell last year? And I will give the answers at the end of the show. All right, our trender for today is Jordan Love. And it's because Aaron Rodgers said some interesting things to Jameson Williams, the Lions rookie wide receiver, at the end of the game. He asked for Rodgers' jersey at the end of Week 18, and Rodgers said, nope, got to keep this one. And you can interpret that however you like. Maybe he just likes to keep the last jersey from every year, or maybe he's keeping his last jersey of his NFL career, or maybe he's keeping his last jersey of his Packers career. We're not 100% sure. But that is what he said, and that means that the star franchise icon Aaron Rodgers, that's been with the Packers as their starting QB for 15 years, been there for longer than that, since 2005, but starting QB for 15 years, well, he might just be moving on. Unfortunate that his last pass was an INT in Lambeau, akin to Brett Favre when he threw his last pass as an INT against the Giants in 2007 in the playoffs. But it could be time for Aaron Rodgers to be moving on, which means Jordan Love is next in line. And that line of thinking, Jordan Love being next in line, has caused his cards to move this year. His Prism Silver PSA 9 is the card we are looking at here. And that has jumped $22 in the last 3 months, up 73%. Now, where it goes from here depends on what Aaron Rodgers does. If he does, in fact, retire or move teams, then yes, I expect this card to go up. If we get into another situation where Rodgers is the QB next year and Jordan Love isn't playing for a 4th straight year, you've got some time to be buying Love, because I expect these cards to go back down. So it all depends on Aaron Rodgers. But regardless of what Rodgers does, I'm excited as a Packer fan. Either we get to see Rodgers for another year with hopefully a healthy thumb, or we get to see what Jordan Love can do, and he looked pretty good in limited playing time this year. So I'm excited either way, but could be Jordan Love time pretty soon here. Our Instagram post of the day is this grading post right here, and you can see it, PSA from GemRate. So SlabStox post, but data provided by GemRate, and you can see the post here. PSA graded 7.4 million sports cards last year. SGC graded 919,000 sports cards last year. CSG graded 635,000 sports cards last year. And BGS graded 507,000 sports cards last year. Now, it should be mentioned, there's a slight caveat. It is sports cards. If it was sports cards and Pokemon, CSG would likely have a lot more cards. They grade a ton of Pokemon cards. Sports cards is their secondary business there. But as it stands, for sports cards specifically, PSA, obviously, we all knew this, way far ahead of everyone else. Miles and miles and miles ahead of everyone else in terms of sheer grading capacity. 7.4 million. The next closest SGC has not crossed 1 million last year. But SGC being the second biggest company at 919,000 is very impressive considering where they were a couple of years ago. We are partners with SGC, so we are thrilled to see that them at second. We know that PSA is a hard one to knock off and may never be knocked off. But if you're going to be somewhere, you might as well be second if you can't be first. So pumped about that. The one that's the most shocking and the most jarring is BGS. I know there's a lot of BGS truthers out there. There's a lot of people that are BGS is the only way or the highway type people. And look, I get it. When we started collecting cards, BGS was the place to send your cards, right? Back in the 2000s, BGS was the place to send your cards. I never sent cards in when I was a kid because I was always worried about the cards getting stolen or something. But regardless, BGS was the place. Up until 2018, 2019, about 2019, it started shifting to PSA and BGS started going down. And then they had customer service issues and BGS Black 10 label or Black Label, BGS 10 Black Label issues where they're like giving them out to people, only certain people, and all sorts of shenanigans going on. And it just goes to show you that BGS was miles ahead of the competition. And if you don't keep up on your customer service and you don't keep up on your appearances, well, and you take people's money for granted, you end up in last place. And they were miles ahead of the competition. To have only graded 507,000 cards last year is, quite frankly, embarrassing for them. The historic company, the Beckett price guide and everything like that, very historic. They've been around for a long time. And to be fourth in graded cards last year is an embarrassing thing to have happened to them. And I don't know if it's going to change anytime soon. I've heard some things where they're, revamping the website a little bit and turnaround times are better, but it could be a case of too much damage done. All right, time for the trivia answer. So the question was, of the 38 cards that sold for $1 million plus last year, there were 6 players on those cards that sold multiple times. Can you name the 6 players? And the 6 players were Mickey Mantle, Honus Wagner, LeBron James, Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, and Kobe Bryant. And the bonus question was, who had the most sell? And it was close. It was LeBron with $10 million plus sales, as opposed to Tom Brady, who had 9. If you're wondering about the sheer amount spent on each player, I got that too for you. Mickey Mantle, with his 4 sales, was worth $18.822 million, $18,822,000 there. The next closest was Brady, only less than $400,000 behind. His 9 sales were worth $18,454,565. And then LeBron James, with his 10 sales, were worth $16,098,000. Then you had Honus Wagner at $10 million with his 2 sales, $10,970,000. And then Kobe with his 3 sales. And there's a little bit of a caveat here. One of Kobe's cards and one of LeBron James's cards were the same card, triple logo man with Michael Jordan on it. Kobe had 3 sales worth $5,430,000. And then coming in last, but still respectable considering we're talking about $1 million cards here, was Justin Herbert, who had his NFL Shield patch 101 sell and his Black Finite sell, 2 sales for $2,900,000. So pretty impressive, but I was shocked, honestly, to see that Brady was that close in sheer sales volume to Mickey Mantle, considering Mickey Mantle had 1 card sell for $12 million, and the next closest on the list was Honus Wagner at 7, and then the next closest after that was in the cards in the $3 million range, so like a fourth of the price of the Mickey Mantle SGC 9.5 that sold. But those are your answers, and I hope you enjoyed trivia. Lastly, what's happening is we've got soccer breaks on Whatnot this week, and I've got some interesting product. 2018 Topps Chrome Bundesliga, the new Deco. I've got a new Deco box in 2021 Topps Chrome Sapphire boxes. So some interesting product, and if you are interested in that and getting some soccer rips in, check out Whatnot. Happened on Tuesday, but also Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. We will be ripping soccer for as long as it takes until the boxes are gone, until people are sick of it. So should be a very fun time. I hope you guys, if you want to join in, or just come and chat. You don't even have to buy anything. It's always a good time. We don't even have to chat about soccer if you don't want. we can chat about anything else. So check that out at the SlabStox page on the Whatnot app at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, thank you everyone for watching today's Daily Slab, and I will talk to you guys on Thursday for the next Daily Slab. See you, everyone.